Now is the time to talk about this piece of gear. I bought a particular thing in 2024 and it has changed how I make films and it has helped my production in so many ways. And I will say this as DP, we do often fall into the temptation of buying the latest camera, buying the latest lenses, and we often neglect light. And I used to be in that shoe before until recently I started investing in light and I can see how much impact light can make on your production. And personally, I invested in this particular light and it has changed my whole film and the way I make my videos really. It has actually helped my production. And if I would say one of the best investment I made in 2024 would be this particular light. And don't get it twisted, it's not even a light that costs 1,000 or 2,000 or 1,500 or whatever you want to think about. This thing cost me about, I can't actually remember, maybe £600 or 700. I can't actually remember, but I will put the price on the screen if I do find it. So I bought the Godox Knowled F200Bi. It's the main thing. And this is a LED mat, so it's an LED mat. And I used to come from having a soft box and having my light on, and I've always invested a lot of money on cameras and lenses and other things really. And the only light I had at that point was the Smori 120D. And don't get me wrong, it's actually worked 120D with my softbox. I've been using that for a lot of time and I've been working with either natural light or if I have to sell like an interview, setting that and all these small lights as air light and all of that. Until I bought this particular Godox Knowled F200 Bi. In case you're wondering where is the light he's talking about, it's actually lighting me at the moment. So it's just very close to me, top down lights. And I've been intentional since buying this light. I've been intentional about how I set my scene, light my scene, and I've taken much more interest into working with light, modification of light, and how you can actually use light to shape your image and make it look a lot much better and bigger kind of production. Buying that light, coming from using a softbox and a COB light, it's actually saved me a whole lot of space. Like in my studio space here, I've made a video about how small this space is. I've been struggling with having the huge parabolic softbox pointing straight at me and very close. I'm almost like nodding it out of the frame. And having this new light, I'm able to either put it over my head or place it anywhere because it's an LED mat and I can velcro that onto the wall, onto the roof. I can even attach the softbox, boom it over my head, and to be sincere, it takes little or no space. And on almost all my production now, my key light has always been this light. I know a lot of people use it as air light as well, but I've been using this as my key light and the flexibility is so much big that I can put this anywhere, put it on the floor, put it over the subject, put it beside the subject, do a lot of modification to this light, and it has helped my production in a very big way. These are varieties of shots I've used this light on, and I'm actually pleased with buying this particular light. After buying this light, I went ahead to get more lights and I've been working on how to shape all of this light and make it actually work for me, and I've seen the changes, and this is one of the things you pick up when you get the right equipment and you are not engrossed in just getting the cameras and the lenses. And there are skills that you will learn through this kind of equipment, and it will stay with you forever, and you keep growing in it, and while you're using it you keep growing. So I've been using this light for about, I can't actually remember how many months now, but I've been using it since 2024. Obviously we just moved into 2025, but I've been using it for a while now, and almost all my projects, documentary, short films, interviews, corporate videos, my talking heads here on YouTube, all of that I've been using this particular light. And there are a couple of things that made me like actually look into getting this light. One is the price point. It is not too expensive. That expensive can be so in to some people might be expensive, to some people it might be too cheap. So but for me it's not too expensive. So obviously there's the Hammer F22C, which is very, very popular, and I was trying to research into buying this light, and I checked through YouTube a whole lot of times, and I can count how many videos are actually on YouTube about this light. I don't know why it's not that popular. I know the Hammer F22, so the when you type that, you see a lot of videos on YouTube. But this light, I just have a couple of people that have done videos about this light. It's not as popular as the Hammer, maybe because the Amaran is a RGB light, but this is just a bicolor light. But I mean, for my key lights, I love that it's bicolor. That's enough for me for now. So the price points, and considering the Amaran is more expensive than this, and I will get bicolor, um, a control unit, LED mat, the same watts, it's 200 watts, both the Amaran and this, and that actually looked enough for me, so I went ahead and purchased this light. The other thing I love about the light is the build quality. Trust me, the case it came with, really good, really, really good. This is so massive. Like, I've got a lot of things inside this box. I've actually been using this more than just carrying the light. I've been putting a lot of this stuff into this case, and I've been using it to carry the light, obviously, but I've been adding more stuff into the case. It's so well built, like I'm sure this thing is not breaking. And yeah, so that's the case it came with. And then talking about the light itself, the build quality of that light is really amazing. Like, sure, like, very, very well built, sturdy, and the control unit is though bulky, bigger than the Amaran F22C control unit, but I mean, I'm mostly putting that on the C stand itself, so it's not something I'm carrying every now and then. And the other thing I love about these lights compared to the Amaran is that the fan noise on the control unit is quiet, very, very quiet compared to the Amaran one. I've not used the Amaran, but I've seen a lot of videos about it. I was comparing this one or that one, and people do complain about the noise coming from the Amaran control unit. So for this one, it's very, very minimal. You barely hear something coming out of that control unit. And also, you can power this light with battery. You can use two V mount battery to power it. And though I've not used a V mount to power it before, I've always been putting that directly into the wall socket, and it's been doing the job fine for me. And the last thing I love about this light is the beautiful control app. So, I don't know if you can see, that's the control app on the of this particular light, and I love how easy it is. Recently on a project I made, I was using the effects function, and I was using the TV effect. There are a lot of effect on it, though I rarely use those effects except I want to create a specific look, and you can go from 3200 Kelvin, I think lesser than that, 20, you can go 2700 Kelvin, so that's extremely orange, and you can go very blue. So, um, yeah, so It's very flexible. You can turn it on and off from just your phone. You can increase the brightness. You can change the you can do a lot of stuff with this, and you can also add a lot of Godox lights if you have more than one on this app, and you can control them just from this app. Well, what more can I say? This is one of my best investments in 2024, and I absolutely recommend this. Godox didn't send me this. I bought this with my own money, and I have said it before on this channel in this year. Every of my gear review videos will be specifically gears that are helping me as a filmmaker and helping my production in general. So this is one of the equipment that I have that has helped me in 2024 and is still helping me in 2025, and I'm sure it will keep going forward and forward. So if you are looking to buy these slides, I'll put a link down in the description. Please do well to check it out and try and see for yourself, and you see that the Lord is good. Well, that's all I have to say for today. And if you love the content, please do well to subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.